today. Happy Friday to everybody. You know, it's a little messy Friday today. I got a couple of things to get into right now. But first off, like, share, subscribe, and let's join the channel, y'all. You know, we come over here, we have a little messy mess, you know, every now and then. But let's get down to the stuff we got to do today. And first up, let's get into it. I say I'm a little tired of this conversation of GloRilla when she won that award at, I want to say, was it the BET Awards? I think it was. The past BET Awards. Excuse me. She ended up winning for best gospel song. And so, you know, they caught up with a rapper, a hip hop, a Christian hip hop artist. And MC Nice. Yeah, MC Nice ended up answering the interview question about, you know, they called it something. Started with an S about it being a certain part of, but apparently the Stellars um are trying to make sure that artists work, like hip hop artists actually work with hip hop rappers. Was given an interview and it seemed like that's what he was saying. And I'm like, what's the point? I said, why is y'all mad at, and he said that, why is y'all mad at her for winning this award? She did a gospel song praising God for, you know, what she done been through and where she at in her life. That her dream is coming true and that she's living out her dream. She did the song with Kirk Franklin, Kiki Shears, and somebody else. I forget the other two people. But you know, she wasn't the only one that won that award. They won the award too because they were featured on the song. So making a big deal out of this and then say that, oh, we ain't allowed in their categories. I said, how not? I said, if you are a hip hop artist, you are a Christian hip hop artist, meaning doesn't mean that you're not fitting to be in the hip hop category. That's in general, it's just that you haven't made the right song that is being played on mainstream radio. That's to me. That's my honest opinion about it. You let me know how you feel. But I said it's like get in there and start working. I said that right there, her doing what she do. If it's a big thing to you, then you need to get back in this. You need to get back in that studio, and you need to get down to work and work on something that you know that will make it can still be Christian. You still speaking. You preaching about the Lord. She spoke about the Lord. That was her song was about praising Him. It's not her fault. It is not her fault that that song did what it's supposed to do. You should be congratulating her, and that's it. But it seemed like a lot of certain Christian artists have a big deal about this, and that's crazy. And I still don't get the. It's like y'all ain't making no. Y'all make things worse and worse. But I ain't gonna give you. That's another topic for another day. Let me know how you feel about it. Let's move on to the next. Let's get into. So apparently, the Prince estate is coming for one of his protege, who was in Purple Rain. What's her name? Paulina. I don't think I'm pronouncing it right, but you know she was in Purple Rain. You know his biography movie. And Prince Estate is now trying to take back her ownership of her name and that she has built. She owned the trademark of it, and she then built a big career about herself, and they trying to take it back. And I said, wow. So she's fighting in court right now to try to stop them from trying to do that after all the hard work she has done. I said, Prince didn't have a problem. I said, it's crazy that y'all trying to do certain things. When this man was alive, he had no problem with his used to be proteges, you know, going on with their doing what they do. He had no problem. He didn't, you know. But now that he gone, now y'all trying to pull back and try to pull the things that he has done. And he had no problem with his used to be proteges that's not under him anymore. They built their career. She worked hard for this. and y'all trying to steal it back because y'all want money. The estate, Prince estate. It's just weird, and I said I don't get that. Y'all being greedy, and Prince was never a greedy person. Hmm. But let me know how you feel about it. Let's move on to the next. Let's get into. Oh Lord. So you know about I want to say Aaron Mendez. Mendez. I know I ain't pronouncing Mendez. Aaron Mendez. So he was up for parole, y'all. So he's up for parole after spending 26 years, 36 years, and I think he in federal prison. You know, both twins are in prison for taking out their parents in a gruesome murder. So he was denied. So I went, oh, okay. Uh, will he get out? Maybe. Maybe after another 36 years or 20 years, 15, whatever his next parole hearing is, you know, things may change. Who knows? But that's what went on there. Good luck, sir. Let's move on to the next. So we got an update on Lil Nas X. You know, he was hospitalized. Apparently, they said he may have he may have a drug overdose allegedly. But when he also got charged with obstruction of a police. So this man went to the hospital after being hospitalized when the police showed up. You know, and everything. He ended up having a little tussle with him. You know, so he ended up getting arrested. And apparently, they said that this man allegedly actually stripped down butt naked in their custody. I said, "Oh Lord!" I said, "What is he taking?" And then we got footage of them showing him in his house and dressed up and stuff. And it's like, what's going on? Like, is he having a mental breakdown? Maybe. Is he on something? Maybe. Is the pressure of his label saying you need to come out with something because it's been a minute? Could be. I just hope that he get the help that he need. I don't know what charges he gonna end up with quite yet, but good luck, sir. Good luck. Really. I want you to get better, get yourself together, and you need to get the right people around you because this shouldn't have never happened. You shouldn't have been outside at 4 in the morning walking the streets of LA. LA. Yeah. I'm just happy that somebody got you before something really happened to you that night. You know? But that's just how I feel. Let me know how you feel about it. Let's move on to the next. So let's get into this little topic right here. So this girl ended up on TikTok and she told that, you know, she broke down. She ended up breaking down because she had two friends she was on a video call with, and she was planning out. You know, she had free tickets to go to a baseball game, and also they was gonna go to get matcha tea, and she knew that she was not gonna get matcha tea. She was gonna end up getting something at the stadium. So she said she'd still go with them. They can all go together. She said she was gonna buy them the matcha tea. And apparently, the two homegirls actually text each other doing this whole thing. It went and got themselves the matcha tea. And she said that her homegirls live 7 minutes away from her. But they said, oh, we got off the wrong exit. She said, how? Because their baseball game don't start till an hour. So they had enough time to go there, hang out and chill until it was almost time to get ready to go, but it really hurted her feelings. And she broke down. She said this is why she don't really open up to people. That's why she don't really make friends because she don't get it why people do this. She said she's very nice and kind. She when she's out and about with her friends and stuff, she'll pay for the stuff, no problem. She has no issue with that. That's just who she is. And she said she tried to invite her sister, but her sister got plans. So she said, I'm gonna go. I'm still gonna go to the baseball game, am I cute and everything? I said, you still look good, girl. Go ahead, enjoy yourself. I said, it's not your fault that people like that are really not your friends. And there's a lot of people who just nasty because they knew that they didn't have to do that. And they said they didn't plan it or anything, but it's like y'all did. Y'all took her idea of going to get matcha tea and going to do it yourself. And then y'all played around and act like y'all got out at the wrong exit to get to her house because y'all didn't want to deal with her. I said, them type of people are the ones that you have to keep a close eye on because them are never your friends. They ain't even associates. Them like the people you meet at the bar or somewhere at a pickup. But that's what's going on, y'all. She had a little breakdown, but she picked herself together. I said, you'll meet the friends that's supposed to be your real true friends. They are not gonna do the things that these two women did. But it was really hurting to see her just break down like that. But let me know how y'all feel about it. But that's all that I got for y'all today. It's your boy Paul. Thank y'all for tuning in. Like, share, subscribe, and join the channel. And I get back at y'all later. Bye, y'all.